everyone, this is Christine Beauvais and welcome back to video 3 in this series of taking you on a journey through your home using the Feng Shui Bagua. So if you haven't seen video 1 and 2, you're going to want to go back and check out how to use the Bagua. The video 1 covers your career area, video 2 we covered your relationship area, and today's video we're going to go into section 3. This area of the Gua represents your family and elders, authority figures. So, if you've got some stuff going on, maybe at work, maybe your boss doesn't support you, maybe he doesn't validate your work, maybe you're buffering up against some of the other people who have authority over you, maybe you have some issues going on with your mom, your father, or your grandparents. This is the area you're going to want to explore. Now remember, the mission of just this series is that we're locating this area and we're tuning in. We're looking, is there any clutter? Is there any signs that why we're having these buffers in our lives? Are they expressed through our space? So if we have clutter, that could be a sign that we're holding on to something. We're afraid, or maybe we're afraid to move forward. Maybe we're afraid to take on a new job. Maybe we're afraid to take on that next position because then we'd have to be closer to our boss and we don't like our boss, and so we're playing small. We're holding ourselves back. Is it the decor? Is this furniture that you don't love and that maybe your mate loves but you don't love? So the room feels more dominant of your mate's energy than your energy. So you'd have to compromise. Now there's so many scenarios here and it's so hard for me to know what room this is for you. But, you know, I'll tell you something. When I had a client who wanted a promotion in an industry that she was just a male-dominated industry that she really had a hard time moving up, you know, we've noticed that after that consultation that we had, there were so many insights that we had for her. And she was making the changes, but I'll never forget, I mean, within a day or two of the consultation, she said to me, do you know what? My boss, for the first time, has complimented me. That was huge. You know, and after time, she also got promoted because, you know, she recognized there were some signs and clarity in her home. There were some rooms in the home that expressed that they weren't aligned with who she was. It's sometimes hard to get out of our own way, to see what we need to see. And, you know, that's why a lot of clients say to me, hey, Christine, you know, you just brought what I knew to the surface, and now I know I need to deal with it. You brought clarity and insight to me because your space reflects what's going on. So this area has some reflection for you. Do you not use the room? Is anything broken? If this was your bathroom, would there be any issues with the pipe? So many times I go into homes and there's a lot of broken stuff in homes. Now I know sometimes we need time to get the person to come in and fix it. But when something's broken, no more than a month, 2 tops. But you really should be keeping everything functioning because that affects you in so many ways. Especially if it's pipes and water and that's money, and we'll go into that into video 4. But you definitely want to pay attention to what's going on here if you've got some authority issues. You may notice that you're starting to clear this area. Maybe you change out the pictures, or maybe you change the room around, and you get called into your boss's office. And instead of a heated argument, or maybe he puts you down, you maybe have a conversation that goes in a different direction. And maybe the skills that you thought your boss knew you had, all of a sudden he says, well, I didn't know you had them. And you're like, well, I thought you did, but you didn't tell me about that. It'd be interesting if you went back to this room and noticed that you had something in there that you didn't like anymore and you got rid of it. And then you moved something new in there that honored who you were, and then all of a sudden you got a promotion at work. You see how this all connects? You see how this relates? So the more you can go through your space, the more you're making those connections, the more clarity you're getting to. But the whole goal is to let go of what no longer serves you, so you open up the space. So if you have to let go of stuff, you don't have to immediately replace it. Just be open to what's showing up. You're letting go of what no longer serves you, and you're allowing the new to come in. So for the next 7 days, your assignment is this. You are to spend 10 to 15 minutes in this area, review it from the decor, from the artwork to the closet. And if you have clutter, then you're discarding 3 items, and you can do 3 items for 9 days. Very auspicious energy. Focus on this area, give it some attention. If there's bigger things that need to go on in this area, and it's a project for in the springtime, fine, do what you can now. But when you know this is the trigger that gets my clients moving. People say to me, Christine, I don't have motivation. You'll get motivation when you make the connection. So I would love for you to hop over to my blog, christinebouvet.com, and leave a comment there. Let's find out how else you can make changes in your space, in your life. So tell me what aha moments you had, what questions you had, and if you're feeling, so many have written to me and say, like, I'm just struggling, Christine, there's just so many things and the Bagua is not working, then schedule a chat with me. Let's talk, because I can work with you virtually and in person. You want to make sure that 2015 is going to be a successful year if you make the right choices and you're setting the goals, but you're taking action in your space to really line up. So take action, check out your family elders area, and stay tuned, because in the next video, we are going to talk about your wealth area. So I know you're all going to be hopping on that video. Thanks, and see you soon.